recent poll out from NBC News and Wall Street Journal, and they did a poll of all the different professions in the country, and they wanted to see who was popular or not popular. Military did well, cops did really well, small business did great, high-tech industry was fourth, so wonderful. Those are all good things. Local government scored surprisingly high. But what surprised the media is that they themselves scored very, very poorly. When they asked, do you have a great deal or quite a bit of confidence in the U.S. media, only 16% said yes. That is a terrible number. 28% said they have some confidence in the U.S. media, and 55% said very little or none at all. No confidence in the media. Now, when they break it down by different news outlets, specific news outlets do better than that because people have their favorites. Some might hate Fox News, but they like ABC News. Some might hate CNN, but they like Fox. One of the analysis from the mainstream media about the mainstream media was, oh, it's because of Trump. Trump's been attacking the media so much, that's why the American people don't trust us anymore. No, it has very, very little to do with Trump. In fact, if you go to pre-Trump era, back in 2014, they didn't score much higher. Instead of 16%, they scored 19%. So nearly the same thing, and certainly if Trump had an effect, it was a small one. No, guys, let me explain it to you, because apparently you're not getting it. The mainstream media in this country, best example is CNN. They don't have a liberal bias. That's comical. They're owned by a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and the decisions that filter down from management, including the people who they put on air, is, hey, status quo, don't rock the boat. We're the ones in charge. Why the hell would we want to change anything? So they don't have a liberal bias. I don't even think they have a conservative bias, although that parent corporation is by its nature conservative, wants lower taxes, less regulation on the media, and wants to, push towards more mergers, et cetera. So if anything, they have a conservative bias, but I don't think that that's really the main thing. I actually think they have an establishment bias, which is, hey, all these multi-billion-dollar corporations that run the media, we are the establishment. Why the hell would we want to change it? But they don't know it. And the people who got hired to push that agenda forward don't realize that's why they got hired. So they keep pushing out this message, the government is great, the Republican Party is honest, the Democratic Party is honest, the Pentagon is honest, and boy, they would never lie to you, and they're honorable gentlemen having debates. Taking money from donors and then doing whatever the hell the donors want and never ever listening to their voters? Why, I would never. Are you besmirching their reputation and their honor? Well, that's why people don't trust you, because yes, we are. We don't believe them, and we're right. Princeton and Northwestern did a study. They studied 1,800 policy positions over decades. Public opinion has no effect on public policy. So they are not listening to their voters. And of course, the one thing that has nearly a direct effect is donor opinion. But you never report that. So after a while, the American people wisened up to it. And that's why they don't trust you. They think those guys, all those million-dollar anchors out there, they don't have my best interests in mind. They got hired to make sure that we just kept on doing exactly what we're doing and that nobody ever disturbed the system. And if you disturb the system from the right or the left, you're the Tea Party or you're Occupy Wall Street, what do you get? You'll get sneering anchors that giggle at you. And go, oh, but those Occupy guys, they still have iPhones. Who said they had to burn their iPhones? Oh, the Tea Party guys, they get dressed up. Everybody remember, don't rock the boat. The system is right. The establishment is right. Keep on going. Well, that's why they don't like you, because that system is not working for the average American. Now, the only things that scored as poorly or worse than media are also interesting. Same exact score, 16%, Congress. By the way, this is good news for Congress. I've seen them as low as 7% in other polls. And unsurprising, Congress is the corrupted, and then you've got the mainstream media who hides the ball, who does propaganda for them. And then let's go to the corruptors, because if you listen to the media, they'll tell you, no, and a lot of Democrats have internalized this. You ask Democratic Party guys in D.C., no, don't attack big business. Americans love big business. They know that that's what creates jobs. And so, no, they're very popular. Don't attack them. Total nonsense. They're even less popular than politicians and less popular than the media. 15%. 15% of Americans say they have a great deal or quite a bit of confidence in large corporations, and the rest do not agree. So, because the rest of us are not suckers. You know, not everybody who works for a multi-billion-dollar company gets a $20 million contract like anchors on TV do. Most of the guys have their wages cut. They have those same corporations argue against the minimum wage, and they have them argue against safety for workers. They have those corporations crush them at every turn. You can't take holidays, you got to work overtime, but I'm not going to pay you for overtime. They live with that. No matter how much propaganda you put out there, you can't erase their actual existence, what they know in their fiber of their beings, what they live. So no, I got news for you, media. They don't like you. They don't like your stinking politicians who you love and honor and cherish every day. And you put out there like demigods. Oh, the honorable gentleman from Nevada is here. He is graceless. We need access to him. You don't need access to any of those guys. They're deeply unpopular. If you actually cared about serving your audience, you'd never have them on. And then finally, those corporations that you keep telling us that the American people love, it is not remotely true. And then finally, among the corporations that they dislike the most, health insurance companies, 12%. They tell us, oh no, the Republicans say this and the media repeats it over and over again. Oh no, the Americans don't want a government takeover of health care. They're distrustful of the government and they don't want the government bureaucrats. Okay, now look, depending on the polling and how you frame that, you'll get different results on that question. But you know who they trust less? Health insurance companies. They're at a rock bottom 12% popularity. But how come you never hear that in the media? Because watch. If you keep on watching, you'll run into ads. And where will the ads be coming from? Two sources, especially in the middle of an election. One is politicians. Politicians pour in billions of dollars into television advertising. But even bigger source than that, and not just during the elections, but throughout, drug companies. That's what so many of the ads that power TV are. So they're never going to tell you, but you already know. You already know that you don't like your health insurance companies. You know you don't like the media, and you know you don't like large corporations. So the rest of the media gets upset at me when I report what you guys think. I didn't come up with that. That's NBC News Wall Street Journal polling. By the way, they're the ones who did the poll. Are they screaming about it 24/7? I'm sure they covered it, right? It's their poll. But are they coming back to this over and over again every time they do Meet the Press? Now remember, everybody, how much Americans hate large corporations and the media and politicians and how much they think they're sold out. No, they just go back to business as usual.